My next guest spends much of her time thinking about and praying for women like you and for your daughters too. She's a mom to 3, a grandma to 12, but we know and love her as Sister Michelle Craig. Sister Craig was serving as a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints primary general board when she was called as the first counselor in the church's Young Women General Presidency. She's been serving in that role and capacity since 2018, and we are so honored to welcome Sister Michelle Craig to Studio 5 today. Thank you for being here.
Well, thanks for having me.
You bring a light and a warmth with you wherever you go, and we're feeling that today. We're feeling that. Let me jump in and establish again 3 kids. Did I get those numbers right?
Yep, a boy and 2 girls.
A boy and 2 girls, 12 grandkids.
Yes, and the oldest just barely turned 8.
Oh my goodness, so lots of littles.
Lots of littles.
Running around your house. You once said that when everyone gets together, it's beautiful chaos, which I love that description. It says so much, right? There's the beautiful side of life, there's the chaotic side of life. How do you see past the chaos and slide more into the appreciation of the beauty of it, Sister Craig?
Okay, well, sometimes that's easier said than done.
Sure, sure.
But I think I loved when my children were at home. I did. I loved it. And when they were gone and my house was too quiet and too clean, I missed it. So I think that perspective of knowing when everybody's together and we don't have a big house and all the toys and the mess is not contained. Yeah, everybody's just everywhere and sometimes we just pick up the pieces. But I know that all too soon my house is going to be too quiet and it's going to be clean again. And so I just really love when my house is full and messy.
It's perspective, right? Embrace the mess.
Yes, because it's gonna, it's gonna get cleaned up.
Yeah.
And it will be too quiet again. So I just try to focus on that.
What do those grandkids call you?
Nana.
You're a Nana.
I'm a Nana.
We've established this season on our show the Nana Hood, and I hear it's a great club to be a part of.
Well, it is a great club. I knew I would love being a grandma.
Yeah.
I knew I would love it because I loved being a mother, but it's better than I thought it would be.
My mom says the exact same thing, and she always tells me, you just wait. You think you love being a mom. You just wait.
All you have to do is just love them. Yeah.
Love them. You once presented this idea, speaking of mothers, you presented the idea of a mother heart, and you made the very poignant point that it doesn't matter if we have kids or a spouse, that all of us can have that mother heart. You said, we need more women who stand with arms wide open to welcome others into their lives, more women who invest in the future of the rising generation, more women who make and keep covenants, and more women bringing more kindness, more truth, more understanding, more empathy. In short, we need more mother hearts. How can we, Sister Craig, develop or deepen our mother heart?
Well, I think we can work on that our entire life, no matter our stage of life, no matter our life circumstance. But every opportunity that we have to be with another person is an opportunity to lift and build and bless. So I think if we focus on that, on really seeing people deeply and being present in the moment, and I've heard the saying, which I love, seek to bless, not impress.
I love that.
That if we're just looking around at how can I bless,
Yes.
how can I help, how can I build? And all of us, I think every person that we meet, whether it's in the grocery store, sitting next to us in a classroom or a pew, or people are carrying hard things. And we have an opportunity with every interaction to lift and bless and build and listen. And we don't have to be a mother, literally have given birth to children to do that.
But it's about blessing, not impressing. I think of that quote from President Russell M. Nelson that said, the Lord values effort, or the Lord cherishes effort. I hear you speaking to that effort, that we can focus on kind of the in-between, not just the start or how it ends, but the work that's happening in the middle, that counts.
It does, because we're becoming. As we work and as we put forth effort and as we're intentional, we're developing, we're becoming. We don't have to be perfect at something, but we can be a little bit better.
I'm going to remember that. Bless, not impress. You say you often ask yourselves 2 questions. You ask, what am I doing that I should stop doing? And what am I not doing that I should start doing? What is one thing you would encourage women, Sister Craig, to stop doing, and one thing you would encourage them to maybe lean in toward?
Okay, that's a big question.
It's big, I know.
It's really big, and it's also very personal. And I think if every person were to ask themselves those questions, they would probably get different answers, because I think it's very personal to each one of us. But on a very general level, I think, and I fall into the trap myself of comparing. I wish that we, and I think women maybe do this a little bit more than men. I don't want to stereotype.
No, but it's
women,
true.
But to compare themselves to others, to compare their life circumstance, their whatever with other people.
Why do we do this?
Why do we do this?
I know.
And I find myself, I mean, I'm 59 years old, and sometimes I find myself looking at the perfect lives, seemingly perfect of others. So I would just encourage people not to compare. Maybe it means you put down a phone and you invest more in relationships, real time, and having conversations, and don't compare.
Again, a big personal answer, but the second question, the second side of that question, what would you like to see women, or what is something that you personally are trying to lean into or to start doing a better job of?
You know, one thing that I really learned during COVID and the pandemic was how much we need each other and how important connections are. And I wish that we looked for opportunities to really connect with each other and learn from each other and lift and build and nurture. And maybe instead of, when you have a question, Googling or putting it out there on social media or getting advice from influencers that maybe you don't even know. Like, what about picking up the phone or going across the street and actually connecting with someone and asking the question of someone that you know and respect and love, who has maybe walked that path
just
ahead of
across
you.
the way too.
Yes.
You know, there's a lot that I would like to forget from the last couple of years. I don't think I'm alone in that, but there's a lot I'd like to remember too, and that's one of them, is that need for connection, or that need for each other.
Yeah.
We can't forget that. Your focus within your church calling is on young women ages 12 to 18. I have it on good authority. You were very close to women in that age group in your own neighborhood, in your own community, even prior to that calling. You have 2 daughters, you said?
Yes.
What is your message, Sister Craig, for the mothers and the grandmothers of these young girls? I know there's a lot of worry and concern right now about the messaging that they are taking in and the world that they're living in. What's one piece of advice you would offer?
You know, one piece of advice, I think, is I would, every chance you had with a young person, a young man or a young woman, look them in their eyes and affirm their true identity and their worth, like who they really are. And identity doesn't come from what we do or what we look like. Our identity as children of God. I'm a woman of faith, and that's how I see myself and my children and young women, young men as children of God. And I am grateful for Russell M. Nelson, our prophet, who has clearly defined most important identifiers or labels as children of God, as children of the covenant and disciples of Jesus Christ. But I think as we really affirm and lift and build true identity and purpose, I think the rising generation and youth, they want a purpose. They are wired that way. They want to make a difference.
Yes.
And as we help them find, you know, who they really are and their purpose, and help them engage in meaningful things, I think that will make a difference.
They want to be part of big things. They want to be part of good things.
They
we
do.
need to know that first, and I appreciate the advice to make sure they know that as well and seize opportunities to share that with them. Thank you so much for stopping by and sharing your light with us. Merry Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas to you, and you look so Christmassy.
Well, it's red and green.
Red nails, so cute.
Easy to get dressed this time of year. I'm kind of a cheesy person at heart, so grabbing the red and the green just comes naturally. But have a happy holiday with that beautiful, chaotic family.
I will,
All right,
thank you.
Nice to meet you.